Hey kids, what time is it?
What time is it?
It's community conversation
It's community
time.
conversations. That's right. From the beaches of South Florida to the hills of Tennessee, from New York to Hawaii, tell your friends that Community Conversations is about to inform the next generation with news, without fear, and educate them without opinion.
And a warm South Florida and Costa Rica welcome to all of you.
This one-hour forum deepens connections, and it provides discussions on a range of topics including social emotional issues, improving relations with law enforcement, post-secondary education, careers, health and wellness, politics and race, inclusion and equality.
Focus on an initiative. Case in point tonight, you all were speaking about gun violence. Since I've been growing up, that's been a thing, especially living here in Florida.
Community Conversations, where it's all about highlighting the talented youth in our communities and the great things that they are
in
doing.
terms of encouraging women's involvement in civil rights activism.
Community Conversations.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Friday. News enthusiasts, it's 7 p.m. and welcome to Community Conversations. I am Denia Strong,
And I'm Rashana Shaw.
and for the next 60 minutes, we will give you a healthy dose of news, some we promise you will hear only on this show.
We have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. We have a crew in Delray Beach, and we will hear firsthand from an innovative barber, a story you will only hear on Community Conversations. But first, Community Conversations, Sebastian tells us about how a Utah 9-year-old with a new bionic limb is paying it forward.
Thank you, Rashana. Remy Bateman was born without a left forearm. For years, she's been using a silicone prosthetic with a bald fist. It's helpful, but without working fingers, can't pick anything up. Last year, her family heard about the Open Bionics and its 3D printed hero arm with a motor for each finger. The cost was about $24,000, none of it covered by insurance, which is a bit of a problem. But regardless, her family's story made the news, and donations rolled in. When one donor offered to pay for the entire thing, Remy knew exactly what to do. Use her funds to help pay for other kids to get hero arms as well. First up, and forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Taj Johnson, a 9-year-old in Maryland, who after months of lemonade stands has only raised about $1,500. Now, the two are fast friends. And, as Remy told CBS News, if we have a playdate with our robot arms, we could be like Iron Man. Ooh! Next thing you know, they could probably be in the MCU. Maybe not, but you can always dream. And Remy continues to receive donations and is using them to help at least 2 more 11-year-olds to get their own hero arms as well. For Community Conversations, I am Sebastian.
Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you so much. The small nation of Albania just made a big move. It banned TikTok for a year. Yes, let's list it as PJ gives us more on the story.
Good evening. And yes, you heard right. Authorities in the Mediterranean country, which is about the size of Maryland, held hundreds of meetings with thousands of parents who reportedly recommended and were in favor of shutting down or limiting TikTok platform. Again, we just went through this, but this time it was over concerns of bullying. The country's prime minister says TikTok can return when it has appropriate safeguards for kids, which is the exact thing that America said, but we got it back a day later. Critics says the government is trying to shut down the freedom of expression for some reason. And for Community Conversations, I am Patrick Madison.
Thank you so much. If you have not yet registered for the March session of the Inspire Young Men to Achieve and Succeed conference, you have a few more days to secure your seat in this must-attend conference, which will feature top C speakers on grooming, skincare, and hygiene, and even a fashion show. Fashion show, that sounds nice. The conference will be held on Saturday, March 22nd, from 9 to 12 noon at the Delray Beach Public Library. The address is 100 West Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach. Call 561-665-0151 for more information.
A nice pick-me-up for students in the LA Fire Zone, delivered by actor Steve Carell. In a video announcement, The Office star told hundreds of high schoolers that their spring prom tickets were being paid for by one of his favorite charities. Community Conversations' Patrick Madison has the story.
I think you meant me, Rashana, but thank you. In all, Elise's kids will pick up the cost of tickets for about 800 seniors at 6 high schools in Aladana. Those schools are still standing, surprisingly enough, but the homes of many students are not, which isn't really good. But going to prom should be a celebration. Ron Fitzsimmons and Elise's kids told ABC News, and we wanted to help make the big night just a little easier for seniors whose lives have been turned upside down by the wildfires. Hopefully this allows the students to unwind and have some fun after a devastating year. The LA fires were really devastating for a lot of people. And I had a few online friends that had to go through the same thing too. So seeing all these seniors be able to have these wonderful events while also trying to have a way to cope from the LA fires is really wonderful. For Community Conversations, I am Sebastian.
Thank you, Sebastian, for that wonderful news. Looking for the ultimate spring break experience for your kids? Look no further than Camp Adventure, one of Palm Beach County's top-rated spring break camps. This free camp, did I mention free? That means no money to pay. Running from Monday, March 24th through March 31st. Is packed with activities that guarantees an unforgettable week for children all ages. Among the highlights, kids can refine their swings in golf classes, groove to the rhythm in professional dancing lessons. Sounds nice. Unleash their creativity in fun art sessions, and embark on an exhilarating hiking trip that promises plenty of adventure. With such an incredible lineup, Camp Adventure is more than just a camp. It's an opportunity for growth, excitement, and discovery. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss this chance to give your kids the lifetime of an experience. Camp Adventure is the perfect way to keep them engaged, active, and making memories that will last longer after spring break is over. So make sure to send your kids to Camp Adventure. Oh, go ahead, Rashana.
With my part?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Tired of hearing that the news is all doom and gloom? Well, tune in to Community Conversations, where we flip the script. We bring you the uplifting stories of kids making a difference both locally and globally. If you know someone who needs a dose of positivity, why don't you give them a call or shoot them a text and let them know Community Conversations is on air? They won't want to miss this.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Tonight we have a special message of gratitude. We would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Mr. Steven Scubble for his incredible support of KOP Mentoring Network Community Conversations. For the past 5 years, it's been the unwavering support from listeners and supporters like Mr. Scubble that allow us to bring unfiltered, positive news and inspiring stories. Your dedication keeps our mission alive and thriving. If you want to join Mr. Scubble and help support Community Conversations or the KOP Mentoring Network, please call us at 561-665-0151. You can also find us on Instagram or Facebook. Together, we can continue making an influence. Thank you.
Hello, friends.
All roads lead to the Around the World Multicultural Festival.
Get ready for the 2025 Riviera Beach Multicultural Festival. Join us on Sunday, March 23rd from noon to 5 p.m. at the Riviera Beach Marina Promenade.
This free fun event will be all about culture, dance, music, and hands-on activities that showcase different countries from around the world.
Enjoy a thrilling cook-off contest, engaging art and sports clinics, and diverse, delectable foods for everyone. Don't miss the amazing giveaways and a chance to immerse yourself in South Florida's vibrant cultural tapestry. This free event, backed by Riviera Beach Parks and Recreation, promises non-stop fun, music, learning, and unforgettable experiences, uniting cultures and celebrating diversity. For more information, call 561-665-0151 or email info@kopmn.org. See you there.
Don't forget to wear your country's colors.
Students from KOP and Carver Middle School will be on hand-to-hand service as chaperones for the veterans who will lead the parade. But the fun doesn't stop there. After the parade, head over to Old School Square for St. Patrick's Day Festival from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Enjoy live music, delicious food, games, and family-friendly activities that promise to keep the festive energy alive. And don't forget the St. Patrick's Day Parade as well, starting at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Whether you're Irish or just an Irish at heart, this is your chance to join the excitement and celebrate in style. So grab your green gear and come out to experience the magic of Delray Beach St. Patrick's Day Parade, I just said that as well, and festival. Let's make it a day to remember. You don't want to miss. Attention South Florida. Looking for top-notch security services? Look no further than Hunter Sampson Security, offering Class D and G concealed weapons training, tactical self-defense, and much more. For more information, call 561-597-6348 and ask for Nick. Don't forget you heard this ad on Community Conversations. They all serve of South Florida with wisdom, strength, and integrity. Hunter Sampson Security, your trusted partner in safety. Stay safe, stay secure. From the beaches to the boondocks, from Miami to Maine, and from the east to the west coast, people have been putting everything on pause at 7 p.m. on Fridays to hear their latest commentary on the news of the day. And now it is that time with Trending Now with Mr. John and Mr. Ciron.
Just like this, I don't know why, but I feel like freedom. I hear a song that takes me back, and I let go with so much freedom. Freedom, I'm gonna get, 'cause it's my freedom.
Brother John, what's going on, man?
What's going on, good brother?
Man, it's a beautiful day. Hey, tell you what, Jeremiah, why don't you bring Jeremiah, bring everybody in, Denaya and everyone. Oh, Miss Costa Rica, what's happening?
Hi. Nothing much. Daylight savings.
Oh, see you made it, huh?
I made it.
John, check this out.
Oh, hi. You made it.
Yeah. So you guys don't have daylight saving times in Costa Rica, right?
No, we don't.
Zero, we went over this.
John,
No, it's currently 5.
We're the lucky ones.
It's currently 5 for me.
5
Oh,
p.m.
This is Zero. We went over this last week.
We went over this last week. John,
At this time, I have rehearsals.
Story. Emilia, why don't you tell them what happened today with your professor? When he asked you about you being late for class.
Oh my god. Okay. So my professor, he like texted me and he was like, "Are you gonna miss 2 hours?" Because I usually get out like an hour before it ends so that I can join you guys. very responsible of my part, right? And he texted me. He was like, "Do you know that daylight savings is happening?" And I completely spaced out on it. And I called Mr. Searon and I was like, "Okay, so I will be a little bit late because I can't miss 2 hours of a 3-hour rehearsal." So,
But John, you know what she did for next year? I talked about an amazing young lady. What she did was next year.
well, no, and it's starting in May, from May to August.
Tell them what you did.
So I canceled. I removed my classes from Fridays.
No, please,
So
please
now
don't tell folks you removed your class. John's a professor, so you got to be careful now.
I
You didn't cancel your class.
rearranged my classes. So basically, next semester is going to be very different because I'm doing TCU, which is like the community service hours that you have to do like in the middle of your, while you're getting your degree. So I'm already like in the middle, which is surprising. But I had options to like change, what classes I can take, what classes I cannot take. And I opted to not take any classes on Fridays except like my rehearsals. So I'll have Friday free for you guys.
Talk about a lessening commitment.
We appreciate that.
You know, Amelia, when it's time for you to get that internship or that job, you make sure Mr. John writes your letter, okay?
I'll be glad to write it.
Thank you.
Now, speaking of writing, Denia Strong, you wrote this script, but what's up with you just jumped right into telling people about let's make it a date to remember. What about, you didn't tell them what it was. You're going to paint the town green. What happened?
I did. We were talking about St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, you did. You didn't tell them that tomorrow was going to be the iconic day in Delray. You just jumped right into it, starting at noon.
Yes.
Like, what's going on? So we have a new teammate this week in Damon. Damon, why don't you unmute your mic? And so Damon, where do you go to school?
Roosevelt Middle School.
And where's that? What city? What state?
In Florida.
In Florida. What city? What's the city?
Oh, you're also Floridian, like me.
West Palm.
Damon, what city's that in?
West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach. And what grade are you in?
8th.
Oh, you're an 8th grader. Okay. So you'll be a senior next year, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Freshman.
Yeah, that's
No, he'll be a freshman.
Yeah,
He'll be a
freshman.
freshman.
He going to high
It'll take
school.
him like what, 5 more years to become a senior.
And he just agreed with them too. David was like, "Yeah, I'll be."
Yeah, I think you meant him becoming a freshman.
Thanks, Sebastian. What are you trying to say? I'm old. All right, I remember that. I remember that come payday. Wow, don't let you get away with nothing.
So, Damon, where are you gonna go to high school?
Haven't really thought of that yet.
You say definitely where?
He doesn't
Palm Beach
know.
Gardens.
Oh,
Palm Beach Gardens. Okay. Now a text just came in. Why in the heck, Mr. Searon, are you wearing a FAMU hat? Well, I lost a bet, John. I lost a bet, and I had to wear this hat. So we won't get it.
What was the bet?
I can't tell you what the bet was.
well, you already told us half of it, so you have to tell us the whole story.
I can't. Hey, I'm in a barber shop, so I can't say that right now. But I was there to. This was FAMU week, so Mr. Searon, you better wear our hat. So I'm wearing it to, act right, do the right thing. So Damon.
Yes.
What do you enjoy doing when you're not in school?
Well, to be honest, I just mostly be sleeping.
You just like to what now?
Sleep.
You like to sleep. Okay.
That's very
All right. And do you know what you're going to do what you like to do when you become an adult?
Maybe go to a restaurant or open one.
You want to go to a restaurant? What do you mean?
No.
Want to eat or you want to build one? You want to own one? You want to manage one? What do you want to do?
Thought about that yet. Maybe go to one.
You want to go to one. So you can
Yeah.
go to a restaurant now. What do you mean go to a restaurant?
Well, I have went to Hibachi, and that was a good place though.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he means try out new restaurants, like tourist
Well,
restaurants.
you want to be a restaurant critic. Got you. Oh, you want to be a foodie. Okay.
Who doesn't like food?
Who doesn't like food? I don't like food.
We know, Mrs.
I like smoothie and shakes.
Who doesn't like to criticize?
See, but it's only you. It's only you.
Exactly.
I don't think I'm alone.
Come on, I don't
No,
like
no.
to criticize. I am a very fair reviewer.
Look, if my food's bad, I'll let you know. I'm telling you right now.
John,
Man.
John, text just came in, Mr. C-Ron. What do we need to do to have you wear a FAU hat?
Man.
Fine.
Y'all need to go to the bookstore and get Mr. C-Ron one.
Yeah, go to. Hey, you guys just down. What about a BU? What's BU? Where's BU?
Boston University?
Boston University. Why would I want to wear a Boston University hat? I have
I don't
UMass hat. But anyway, so Amelia, what you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Colombia in Costa Rica? Excuse me.
No.
You don't?
No.
Really? You guys don't drink beer down there?
Everybody drinks like beer, but, like
In Toronto, they don't, right, Rashana? You guys don't drink beer in Toronto?
We do. People do.
People do. Okay, you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day too?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a concert on Monday, and the university recommended us to wear green, but none of us are gonna wear green
Recommended you wear green. Why?
because of St. Patrick's Day. Because the university wants to be more international.
International. Got you. Okay.
Yeah,
But you're going against it and not wearing green?
I'm very anti my university's higher ups per se.
Why is that?
Oh,
Oh,
I can't specify. I'm on a 15% scholarship.
Oh, that's a fucker. Tell me about it. Hey, at least you're not like Sebastian. Last week, I must tell you guys,
Oh my gosh, I remember.
Sebastian was so committed to the show last week. He was on his mom's computer. So about 15 minutes before the show ended.
No, I was only on my mom's computer because my other computer wasn't working at the moment. Well, now it's working again.
Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, look, hey, John, you see this young man right here?
Your camera's off.
Yeah, your camera's off there, bro.
Camera's off. Why is my camera off? Who turned my camera off?
I don't know. Maybe you don't want people to see your hat.
Maybe it was you.
So playing a rat way.
Anyways,
But now he leaves.
Logged off altogether.
what Mr. Seymour was gonna say about Sebastian is that he was on his mom's computer, and about 15 minutes into trending now, he snitched on himself saying, "I'm on my mom's computer, but she can't find out about it."
So my man had to log off.
Well,
So he
she
had to
found out
log
about it.
off and log back in.
My question is, why were you on your mom's computer?
Okay, there's a reason. There's a reason why. Because like the computer I'm using right now, it wasn't working at the time. Like I forgot to update it, and it was like still stuck in February. So I was like, oh shoot, I need to get on. It's Friday night. I can't use my sister's computer because my sister's computer is slow. It doesn't have the best quality. So I have to use. So I tried seeing. I had to use my mom's computer,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had to like make sure I used it, and it ran pretty well. But then I realized my mom told me that she's on the way home. I'm like, oh crap! I have to make sure I get off, so that way she won't find out. Well, the bad
Well,
news is she found out.
But why didn't you ask her for her computer?
She figured that she figured that her computer had. She figured that her. I asked her to use her blue computer, but she said that her blue computer. She doesn't know the password to her blue computer. But the thing was, I was able to get on her computer just fine without a password.
So you hacked into your mom's computer without a password?
Okay, I did not
That's
hack
what it
in-
sounds
no,
like. That's
here's
what
the
it
thing. I
sounds
did
like.
not.
That's what it
I did not
sounds
hack
like.
into it. I did
No,
not hack
that's
into it. My mom's computer was still open on Microsoft on
that's the
Chrome.
dictionary
It was still-
definition
it was
of
still
hacking
open on
into
Chrome.
something.
It was still
All right, John,
open
brother
on
John.
Chrome. So
Davion, can you see? I mean, Davion, brother John, can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, we
My
can
back
see.
on. Okay,
we can see it.
this is brother Davion right here, one of Delray's finest.
What's going on, good brother?
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Good, good. How you doing?
So you're working tomorrow, right?
Yes,
You're gonna be busy downtown Delray.
very busy.
Busy. What's
busy.
going on tomorrow?
It's the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Okay, there you go. You heard it tonight. You heard it from him. He's gonna be downtown. Come out and have some fun tomorrow.
Hey, come out and shout out EJS. I'm gonna be on their float for EJS.
W, yes, EJS. Woo.
Yes, I'm gonna be on the float. I'm gonna be like,
Make sure
All
you
right.
don't get any tomatoes thrown at you.
Well,
We
well,
better
John,
be seeing photos
you know,
next week.
what was that?
We better be seeing photos of you guys on the floats next week.
You'll see photos. Well, Denia Strong, that's her job. She's gonna take the photos.
Ooh,
Well,
ooh, I don't
John.
know if I'm gonna be there. What?
I'm gonna have
Well,
to be taking the pictures. Since
Yeah,
I'm
somebody's going already, so you might have the pictures that way.
After the show, we need to get together after the show. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all on a what? You on a time restraint?
Yes.
I mean,
The contract
immediately.
says 8:05, 8:15.
Ooh.
The contract says 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Anyway, when it comes to transforming looks and boosting confidence, Renard Hardy Jr. is the name that shines bright in this city called Delray Beach. He is a senior. I messed that up. Senior. Hey, I'm just reading what I wrote. I'm just reading what she wrote. There you go. He is a senior. Anyway, he's known for his. Come on over here, brother. Bring your chair, man. He's known, John, for his innovative approach to barbering. Okay, he has been bringing, this style back to the lives of countless men who thought their best days of grooming were behind them. I had a chance to hang out with him this afternoon, and what he's doing here on Fifth Avenue in Delray Beach is just remarkable. With a flair of snazzy cuts, impeccable attention to detail, and a signature pizzazz that sets him apart. Renard isn't just a barber. He is a style savior, John. I'm telling you, man, you're going to see this in a minute. His chair isn't just a place for a haircut. It's a hub of reinvention where every client walks out with a fresh look and, yes, PJ, a renewed smile. Look at this. Even me. I got something for you, Amelia. Stand by. Mr. Harden, though, is truly one of Delray Beach's finest. I told you about Davion earlier. Now, this is he's gone. Okay, he's gone. He left. Okay. Now, this is Delray Beach's finest right here. Redefining, John, what it means to look and feel sharp. Mr. Hardy is joining us tonight. Brother man, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Now let's get straight to the point. Soli, what inspired you to start your journey in barbering, and how have you managed to continually innovate and stand out in the field? By the way, PJ, bring back Sebastian and PJ, please.
That's a great question.
Oh, sorry.
Honestly,
Had to get to it real quick, but
I actually got into barbering. It was actually placed upon me as a punishment because I was being an adolescent when I was younger, and my great-grandfather introduced me to the craft. He was a barber himself. I became licensed at right out of high school, and it's been kind of like sky's the limit since then. I do take a lot of continuing education classes. I go to trade shows, just keeping myself up to date with the culture and trends. And as we all know, there's nothing really new up under the sun. So what goes around kind of comes around. We kind of just, sharpen it up a little bit, reinvent it a little bit, put a little twist on it.
Mr. Hardy, how do you approach tailoring each haircut to fit not only your client's preferences, but also their personality and lifestyle?
Oh, that's another great question.
Please don't say that, because Denia Strong is going to get, I need a pay raise. So you got to be careful. I use the word great around here.
Okay, say less. All right, well, wonderful question. As a barber instructor, we teach that one of the most important things that you can do as a barber to help tailor someone's style to them is through consultation. So just asking a series of questions, lifestyle being one of the main questions, because if a client cannot maintain what you do for them in their homes, then that's not really a great fit for them. So that, and also just trending things, a lot of people tend to lean a little more towards whatever's popular in whether it's in rap or whether it's in television, or just in their community as a whole.
All right, Mr. Hardy.
Yes.
I have a question for you. What advice would you give to young men who might feel disconnected from their personal style and are looking to boost their confidence through grooming?
Oh, nice question, PJ.
Okay. What I would say to them is, first of all, if they're trying to change their style and look, it's more of a feeling. Like most people, when they don't like their actual style, it's because they probably went with something someone else probably, suggested for them. But in our field, we like to take into considerations people's facial features. You know what I mean? Like every hairstyle does not fit every individual. So, someone with a more rectangular facial feature, we would want to recommend something that's a little more rounded. They might want, like, let's say a high taper, well, we would want to recommend a lower taper to, to insinuate, some of their features and, give them a more confident look.
Interesting.
All
right. Tell you what, Jeremiah, you have a video. Play that video for me, please. Come on, people, be nice now. Now listen to this. Mr. C-Round, whatever you do, please do not leave the barber shop without sitting in his chair. What are you guys trying to say? Come on now.
Baby, you will stop straight yours, and I'm with you. Everything goes. Come and put that on.
The video freeze?
Yes. That's Jeremiah.
Okay.
He went in bald and left out
Baby, you will stop straight yours, and I'm with you. Everything goes. Come and put that on my.
Is that a toupee of cornrows?
Yes, cornrows. Yes.
Yeah, what's cornrows? So, did you say, was that a toupee of cornrows?
That is a toupee of cornrows.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
no, it does not. But that is the first time in my life I've ever seen a toupee of cornrows, and I want to say that is absolutely amazing.
It is.
that.
It is like your cornrows lead your cornrows really well.
Amazing.
Well, there's a phobia. Men has a phobia that only women wear wigs. Talk to me about that. Do men wear wigs?
That phobia.
The term toupee was given to men who wore partial hair pieces on their heads. Remember, women didn't have a whole lot of rights, so a lot of these things men wore. You know what I mean? We wore the wigs. We had on the makeup. So, you know what I mean? A lot of these things, as history of barbering goes, a lot of these things weren't allowed for us to wear. But back to the men, that unit that you just seen that gentleman on, again, you get people that have cancer and stuff like that, but they still want to look, apart and feel part of the society. So those are some of the things that we can actually offer them to, kind of like integrate them back into, normality.
Now, you are also an educator.
I am.
Where do you teach?
I teach at Hollywood Institute of Beauty Careers here in West Palm Beach, Florida.
That's all right. That's all right. How long you been doing that?
I've been educating for about 12 years now. We have a range of different programs that we offer, from barbering to Cosmo, massage therapy, skincare, and electrology.
Okay, go ahead, Sebastian.
Okay, thank you. This is like kind of like a question that's been in my mind for the past few minutes as we've been speaking. But like, how does it feel to be able to like give these people like a haircut that's like personal for them, that suits them the most? Like, how does it feel? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel like you're getting to know them better? Like, what's it like?
That's another great question, sir. But I would like to say that, for me, being that I've been in the industry so long, like, like I tell people, most people always feel like, oh, well, you're always this happy-go-lucky person and all of that. But, of course, everybody has their own issues. It's just as much gratifying for me as it is for them to be able to service them. Remember, we're in the business of servicing. So, a lot of times, that swap out of service is therapeutic for both parties.
Yeah.
It's very therapeutic for both parties. If I can make you feel good, you make me feel good in return by compensating me, which makes me feel really great. And in return, I'm going to give you all of my available skills to make you feel the way that you would like to feel.
Now, on in a few days, I think next Saturday it is, you're going to be speaking at one of the local conferences here in town.
I will.
Now, what are you going to tell these young men? What are you prepared to tell them?
I actually have a couple of things prepared to tell them. In terms of just their personal grooming, knowing that your grooming or your appearance, it's more than just, a haircut. It's actually about self-respect, your health, and just building a stronger foundation for your future. So there are a couple of specifics that I'll be talking about later on this week as it pertains to your personal grooming, and just some of those things that I'll be touching on will be, like personal hygiene, boosting self-confidence, your social appearance, and as it relates to your relationships, and some professional growth and opportunities that professional grooming would actually give you. And just one little quick story about myself. As you guys can see, I wear dreadlocks, so actually the job that I currently have as an instructor, so a lot of times we get stereotyped, by the way that we look. So again, appearance is everything. I've actually not gotten, promotions just based on, grooming preferences. You know what I mean? Like, I don't choose to, keep a sharp line up, which will probably allow me to appear more corporate like. I would definitely want to say corporate like, because that's my next level up. So it's a given, but it is very important, and I do emphasize that to all of my barber students as well. We actually have something called life skills that we actually study, and it goes over all of these specifics that I'm going to be speaking with you guys about later on this week.
John, before you get in there, let me ask you this. There's a saying that people judge you by the way, the words you use and the way you carry yourself. Is that how it is in the barber industry?
Well, for the barbers themselves, well, actually for the barbers themselves, it's actually kind of the opposite. Contrary to what, society may say to us, they feel like if we are too well groomed, that means we're spending most of the time on stuff. So, we got to have a couple of bad hair days to let them know that, hey, we're really putting in that maximum effort and showing you guys the attention and time that you actually need and pay for.
Go ahead, John.
Mr. Hardy, what advice do you give clients for managing and preventing ingrown hairs?
Oh, that is a wonderful question. Being that we are ethnicity, we are very prone to ingrown hairs. And a lot of us don't brush, or AKA, may I say, comb our bearded hair, which our hair can then grow back into the skin. I always suggest that you comb the hair in all directions, all right? with your last direction being the direction that it actually grows. All right, because our hair grows out of our follicles at an angle, which also automatically points it back down towards the skin. So yeah, that.
So more than likely you go up.
Yeah. So yeah, when you comb, you will want to comb away. That's going to help you detangle, comb away, and then your last will be with the grain, with the way that you want to finally lay it down.
Okay, PJ, you have a question?
Yes, I do actually. And this one is actually more
By the way, if
specific.
you have questions out there, go ahead and send them to 561-665-0151. That's 561-665-0151. Sebastian, you're up next. Go ahead, PJ.
All right. I just wanted to ask, are there any specific products or routines that you recommend for people with acne or sensitive skin like myself?
Well, yes, that's great that you asked that question, because as an African American, and especially youth, we get, the premature acne and stuff like that. We do offer facials here at our particular shop. Facials are something that you can do at home. Of course, we're not with you guys every single day, but yeah, there are specific products for specific conditions. One of the treatments that we do use on acne-prone clients is Tesla high frequency, which is great. It's a low oscillation of electricity that actually goes in there and zaps the pimple pretty much. So
Hold up now. You say Tesla high. Did Elon Musk make that?
No, he didn't. That's not Elon Musk. That's just
No,
another-
please
Okay,
no.
just call that-
You just
call that
was
because of the
looking
way
for
that the
clarification.
It's called Tesla high frequency. So we use that in conjunction with some cleansing of the face. But just for like a daily use, I know a lot of people, we tend to put alcohol on the skin. Alcohol is not actually safe for the skin in its rare form. It needs to be cut 50-50 with water in order for it to be safe on the skin and not cause you any further damage, like drying of the skin. Drying of the skin is going to cause you other conditions of the skin, like psoriasis of the skin. So, you know what I mean? We
Go ahead,
just have to be
Sebastian.
mindful.
Go ahead, Sebastian. See you chomp it a bit.
Okay, sorry. For my question, Mr. Ron, do you have any advice for any other existing hairstylists or any up-and-coming ones, especially for my mother, who is also a hairstylist, and I don't know if you know this, but she works in Old Dolled Up all the way in Florida. Really great business, but self-promoting aside, any advice for any up-and-coming hairstylists or existing ones?
In terms of like getting into the field or just maintaining what they have, the advice that I would give, any barber stylist is to, continue your education, stay current with the current trends, and remember, we're in the business of customer service. Always treat your clients with respect, and in return, great reward.
PJ, you have a question coming in. What's your question?
Yes, I had a follow-up question about the question I just asked about sensitive skin. Do you have any products that, because you mentioned that we can do at-home facials for sensitive skin and acne, do you have any products to recommend to people out there?
So the thing about recommendation when it comes to products, it's more of a choice. So like if I haven't particularly did a skin analysis on you, it would be very hard for me to just recommend a product for you, because it could be one little thing that could cause that whole thing to derail. So what I would always say is any type of product, the less perfume, the less smelly products are some of the better products, because they won't further irritate the skin. And moisturize. Moisture is everything. The most important thing we can ever do for our skin is water. Intake water.
Drink water. That means
Plenty
drink
of water.
And John, before you go, for you haters out there who keep talking about my hair, PJ, play my video, please. I have a remedy for y'all.
You don't have.
I mean, the PJ, Jeremiah, go ahead and play the video.
Where's your hair, Ryan?
Only on community conversation. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Where's your hair, Ryan?
We'll give him some hair.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Do you have any advice for individuals? I know that you have dreadlocks. Do you have any advice for just keeping the scalp healthy and moisturized with someone with dreadlocks, proper hygiene?
A lot of us don't exfoliate our scalp. Less long in our body, but our scalp also needs to be exfoliated because of dead skin cells.
Please don't go out with your friends. They don't have to keep you in check. They gon' let you do whatever and blame it on the liquor. Oh, forgot they for silence.
Okay, Jeremiah, do that again. Do that again for me.
Please don't go out with your friends. They don't have to keep you in check. They gon' let you do whatever and blame it on the liquor. Oh, forgot they for silence.
What do you call that process?
So that process that he was doing right there, that was he was in the finishing stage of that particular service. So I think I did see him miss the client with something. If I'm not mistaken, I seen something missed it. So that missed was probably either a light hold spray that he missed it on the client, or again, it was a astringent, something that was safe to use on the skin after you use the sharp implements on the client's skin.
Okay, got you. John?
Absolutely. So can you share any specific techniques or tools you use to ensure a clean, precise cut that complements textured hair?
Yeah, sure. Well, and you know what? It's strange that you asked that question, because a lot of people always have issues cutting textured hair, and some of the easiest methods I find is to again, saturate the hair, which allows the bonds of the hair to be broken, so you can rearrange them and lay them down the way that you want to. So just a little mist of water, heat reforms them. So that's one of the little tips that we actually do here. I wish you guys can get a hold of my buddy Cut over here. It's real awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could see John, but there you go. Look,
You can remove the background,
Mr.
Mr. Sebron.
Straight up.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So
that's all right.
Yeah, so again, sometimes some of our clients prefer the enhancements, which again, it definitely takes the haircut to that next level and have them feeling really, really good about themselves. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything else that I tell you is like top secret. So
Now,
I'm just kidding.
I have a question here from Waycross, Georgia. How can clients incorporate regular grooming into their routines to maintain their style and avoid common hair and skin issues?
Okay.
Just regular grooming.
So for regular grooming, again, shampooing and conditioning.
Well, by the way, you brush before you start. You know, when you cut, do you brush first? Brush the hair out.
Yeah. So when we're talking grooming hair, whether it's your hair and face, I would say you always want to detangle your beard or your head or your hair. If you have some wide tooth combs, we have detangling brushes and stuff that you can actually use. That will help to minimize breakage, because again, our hair sometimes will get tangled with each other because of the scales. That will definitely minimize, assist you with some of your daily maintenance. And to incorporate those things into your daily routine, again, just having that right consultation with your barber to ensure that whatever your routine is going to be something that you can maintain outside of your barber's presence. And again, it all comes
so
back
important.
to you actually having that sit down talk with your barber or your stylist, and making sure that you guys have an understanding on the task at hand.
And what's the name of your shop here?
The name of the shop here is Primo's Precision Grooming here in Delray Beach, Florida.
What's your address?
Address is 102 Northwest 5th Avenue.
And that's right across from the Masonic Lodge, or right across from the
Phoenix Gym. Yeah, and right down the street from our fire department.
Now you guys stay busy in here. People just keep coming in every 20 seconds. Now you have a calendar. You make a reservation. You just pop up. How does it work?
Well, actually, we work off of appointments. Okay. We do take walk-in clients throughout the day, but if you're walking in, you most likely you'll be pushed, kind of towards the back of the day, because we try to keep a full book And our clients do appreciate our time, and we try to be here for them when we say we're going to be here. We're here, so we expect the same in return.
So this is not one of those where you come and I sit in the chair, you start half my hair, and then go to the next one, and you start before you know it. I've been here 2 hours.
Sir, we try to give undivided attention to each and every last one of our patrons, because that is your time, your slot. So we treat it as such.
Speaking of time, I want to respect your time. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. PJ, and the last question, Sebastian, John.
Oh, yes. My last question is, how can clients incorporate regular grooming into their routines to maintain their style and avoid common hair?
He just gave us that. He just answered that, PJ, but go ahead and ask your question since it's your question then.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead and ask it, man. Go ahead and ask it.
Okay. All right. What do you recommend for like people that want to do their hair at home? Like if they want to like touch up their hair at home, if they're in a rush and they don't have time to come to the barber?
So that's actually a sticky question, because I'm not going to, I would never recommend you to line yourself up, because those things are hard to fix if they're ever messed up. I don't know if you've ever seen one messed up. They are very hard to fix. And that is why we over here at Primos, we try to accommodate our clients. You know what I mean? It may not cost you, it may cost you a little, it may not cost you a lot, but it's going to cost you something. So we try to accommodate as much as possible. But I would say, if you ever were to run into a situation like that, I would say, man, just listen, brush it down the best you can. Use a little lightweight holding spray. But you know, if it's for the face, I would say follow your natural hairline. Whatever natural lining you see, follow that. Don't try to create nothing that you may see us do here. Whatever you see, just stay on the outside of that. And it should be suffice enough for you to get through your
and the haters again continuing. John, does he have room for you tonight, Mr. C-Ron, or
can you? Do you?
I gotta come back.
Mr. C-Ron, I got time.
Oh man,
tell you right now.
Great. Thank you so much
for having me. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah. So what's on tap for the weekend, John? How's the weather up in South Carolina?
Cool.
You're muted, brother. You're muted. Jeremiah, unmute him, please.
Oh, I'm back. I'm back in action. Man, the weather was great today. St. Patty's Day this weekend, so might grab a beer or two. But yeah, man, it's
wasn't it just smoky? South Carolina was
you guys had fire up in South Carolina, John, right?
Yeah, man, we had some fires out on the eastern part. So I'm in Columbia, some near Myrtle Beach and closer to the beach.
Okay, that's all right. What about you, Sebastian? What are your plans for tomorrow? For the weekend?
For the weekend. Honestly, I'm not really planning much, but what I am planning for is that St. Patrick's Day is on Monday, and make sure you guys wear green, because like you might still get pinched on that day. So like, once
what does that mean? Get pinched? What does that mean?
Yes,
explain that to me, PJ.
Okay. Here's the thing. In St. Patrick's Day, there's like a saying where you have to wear green. That way you won't get pinched. And if you're not wearing green, there's going to be a high chance of you getting pinched. But here's the kicker. If you pinch somebody that is wearing green, not only does that make them immune, but it also will give you bad luck. It was like a saying that used to be like a huge thing in my elementary school. And I remember I didn't wear green.
Yeah, thank you for educating us.
And I just
thank you, man.
Say,
things you learn on Community Conversation only on this show.
Before we go,
for you to tell them when you're done working, what station you like to listen to? KOP-TV. You got that, Jeremiah. I hope you capture that.
Hey, I just want to say before we go, you're welcome. It's my day. You're welcome. You're all welcome.
By the way, happy birthday, TJ. That's your birthday,
man. Oh, birthday. Oh, your birthday.
It's not my actual birthday. It's my second birthday. I count it as my second birthday.
That's okay.
Jeremiah, get us out of here, brother.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well,
but I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, good night.
And good night, folks. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
If you are just joining us, you are watching Community Conversations. We're harnessing the power of remote technology to engage the next generation with news that informs without fear and educates without bias. Tune in and stay connected with the world around you, right from the comfort of your home. Community Conversations, where the future of news is now.
Hey there, awesome viewers. Do you value what you are seeing? Here is your chance to make a difference. We need your help to keep Community Conversations on the air. Your support ensures we can continue bringing the stories that matters most. How can you help? One-time gift, just $50 can make a huge impact. Monthly contribution, only $5 a month keeps the rhythm alive. Every dollar counts and is greatly appreciated. Your contributions are tax deductible and go directly towards keeping our newscasts vibrant and informative. Donate now. Visit our safe and convenient portal at www.kopmn.org. Let's keep the conversation going and the community strong. Tonight's show is brought to you by none other than our superstar, Jeremiah. This talented cinematographer and engineer is a proud product of Dr. Juan Garcia High School in Lake Worth, Florida. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Hi guys, I am Brittany McLagan from St. Mary Technical in Jamaica. I want to say big up to Community Conversations.
Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Where the fans at? Get up by your seat. Let your body move. Cowboys and cowgirls are feeling that groove. Sipping on moonshine, fire barrel rolling. I'ma get behind that thing, girl, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
And let's not forget about the brains behind this production. Our illustrator's producer, Denia Strong, a hardworking 11th grader at Atlantic High School in Delray Beach, Florida. The multi-talented Denia plans to be a broadcast journalist in the future.
Yes, thank you. Before we wrap up, let's give a groovy shout out to our amazing Community Conversations classrooms. Thank you, I love you all too. Thank you, Miss Florian signals at Polytechnic School in Pasadena, California.
Miss Close and her Rams at the Center Ridge in Centerville, Virginia.
Mr. Chris at Future's Sun, home of the Z Storm in Kaysen, Minnesota.
And Mr. Smith and his students at The Ridge in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And just a note for all our awesome educators, our shout out list is a long one, but we are trying to get to everyone. If you signed up, please hang in there. We celebrate the classrooms in the order we receive them.
Yes, and we have a lot of birthday shout outs as well. And a happy birthday to Latoya King and Cass DeBoer, Nadine Allen, Andrea Bruton, Carter O'Sullivan, and our fabulous students, teachers, and viewers who are celebrating this week. Keep shining bright and making our community proud. Stay tuned for more exciting updates and celebrations right here on your favorite community TV show. That's a wrap for this week's episode of Community Conversations. Tune in next week for another exciting dose of news about the incredible things young people are doing both locally and globally. From all of us here, have a safe and fabulous weekend. See you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in for another amazing rendition of Community Conversations. If you like what you saw tonight, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with friends, families, and even acquaintances. Be sure to tune back next week for another amazing edition of Community Conversation.